All right, so I am officially live on YouTube. Let's check out the multi-stream. Twitch.tv. I don't want to look at any of that stuff. And yes, I am indeed live. All right, very cool. What is up, Namera? Yeah, I'm everywhere, all at once, all the time. That's actually kind of cool that I am officially able to go live on two platforms at once, and it looks like it's not even taking up much extra bandwidth. So I think what's happening is I'm streaming to Twitch, and Twitch is sort of technically streaming to YouTube, which is kind of cool. So I'm multi-streaming, but it's only the bandwidth of one stream, and I'm not doing it through any of those weird services or anything. So yeah, I'm monitoring two chats. You'll have to excuse that. All right. File. New movie recording. Source is the iPad. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Cool. So now that I am streaming to YouTube, I've got my video pulled up. Let's grab this.
Dad,
Restart capture.
Dad,
There it is.
you said we're going to the tattoo shop.
Actually, no, I said we were not going to the tattoo shop today. There we go.
Did we bring cotton candy?
All right.
What do we?
Cool. All right. We're set up.
We did.
I have quick time. All right. I do want to point out really quick here. You use AirDroid Cast and Cast to your MacBook anyway. I don't know about how that works on PC, but if you cast to your MacBook, music's not working. Yeah, restart capture. All right, now we have music. But if you use AirDroid Cast to cast to Mac OS, AirDroid colors are way off compared to what's actually on your iPad. But using QuickTime with a wired screen mirror,
You know my chair
it works really, really well.
He can't eat my pop.
All right, I'll return in just a split second. Daughters need assistance with yogurt tubes. And I'm back. Okay. Let's see. Let's get Firefox up just in case. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's drawing time. Time to draw and stuff and things. So for anyone tuning in on YouTube, the title of today's Art and Coffee, which I'm low on coffee, I will have to step away and get some more in just a moment. But the title of today's Art and Coffee video on YouTube is, like, is this the end? Yes, it is. This is the last stream that I'll be doing on this YouTube channel. I'll be moving to Twitch for live streaming, and I will multi-stream but not save videos to my new YouTube channel, which is actually I should probably post a link, but I'll do that at the end of this stream. But the new YouTube channel will not store any of the live streams that I do. All of my live streams will be Twitch only live streams. Well, no, they're going to be into the ether live streams, so I'm not going to save live streams anywhere except for my PC. Like, I can cut snippets of my streams and make like little shorts or something with them, but that's about it. That's all I'm going to focus on with live streaming from now on. It's going to be way more live and interactive and less I don't know how to put it, less meh. I don't even know what I'm saying there. But yeah, rethinking my whole YouTube strategy. I don't know, maybe the new channel I will include some actual. Oh, it is kind of funny that they recommended you my last live stream, but it's not actually my last live stream. So I am responding to comments on both Twitch and YouTube right now, so I'll be bouncing back and forth. So like I said, it's not going to be like my last live stream. It's going to be my last live stream on this specific channel. I do have a channel that I am starting up as sort of a reboot, clean slate. I've already completely unpublished most of my content on this channel. And unless like YouTube's like, oh, well, we want to. Well, as of right now, I've made exactly 0 videos. Not really, but I think I unpublished like 100+ videos, and like most of my content revolves around art and philosophy, like basically mindset and like maintaining a healthy relationship with your art, because there's a lot of really toxic hustle advice out there for artists, and I hate that crap. Like, oh no, my battery is low on my headphones. I might have to wait a second. I've got those around here, so I've got a cable. Let me find the cable. Because if I can find the cable, it doesn't matter if my battery is low. Josh, headphone cable, auxiliary cord. Where would I be? Yeah, getting super distracted because this thing was yelling at me to plug it in. And now I can't find the cable that I need. So, San, you can't. I can't see San. Well, don't. So, like I said, I'm rebooting. I've got a new YouTube channel because YouTube's algorithm is really finicky, and this is a very old channel. So having an old channel that didn't break 1,000 subscribers, the theory, which YouTube might like yell at me for this, but the theory is that like an older channel that didn't break a certain threshold gets penalized in their like discovery algorithm. I could be wrong there. I don't know. But I'm just doing a little experiment. And that experiment is going to be like what happens if I start a brand new channel and just re-record and modernize with higher production quality some of my best performing videos of this older channel, as long as I unpublish the old stuff. So I've started that process. Just as sort of like a test, see what happens, and if it works, awesome. That's the goal. So I have new thoughts on some of my older videos anyway, which means like they're not going to be just the same old videos on a new channel. it's the same old topics with new ideas and new information on a new channel. Yeah, monitoring two different chats is really weird, Namera. But that is, I wonder if there's a plugin that'll like combine the chats into one chat box in OBS for me. That'd be really cool. That'd be really, really, really cool. All right. So what do I have here on the Procreate? I have. Let's go back to my thumbnails. So thumbnails, I'm reworking an old piece. Kind of funny that I'm like rebooting my YouTube channel, and the last stream is me reworking an old piece of art. So I was like, I did a few different thumbnail sketches. Some of them are like the same thumbnail, just cropped differently so that I can see what it would look like at different zooms. But yeah, I actually wanted to push that composition a little bit. And I ended up settling on like a closer crop of this one just because I think it's the creepiest. Like, what if your reflection stopped being your reflection and interacted with you in a creepy way? But it's the idea of the monster in the mirror from an older piece. So I blew up the thumbnail, lowered the opacity, took some notes. So I want a beautiful woman with a mysterious smile looking at the viewer, like direct interaction. I want to bring her hand into the frame somehow just because I'm obsessed with hands lately. And I've got like a bunch of Leyendecker hand references, so we'll think about that pose anyway. And then the monster face in the mirror, looking over its shoulder, back at the reflection. Yes, social media algorithms are really jacked. But like I had a bunch of really old videos. I think the oldest video I have up right now, I left it live so that my son can watch mommy and daddy skydiving. But it was like me and my wife skydiving right after he was born, so it was like 8 years ago. Yeah, right at 8 years ago. That's crazy. But an 8-year-old video in the algorithm that didn't get a whole lot of views, like, really screws with the channel. And actually, I'll probably leave this last live stream up on the channel just so that people will, like, if they somehow find their way to my channel, they'll have like directions on where to go. Actually, let me go ahead and see if I can pull up youtube.com there it is. So no videos on this new channel, but I'll go ahead and drop the link and maybe post a comment. All right, there's the new channel. It's just gonna be Josh J Art, and I'll put it here as well. So that's the new channel, the new YouTube channel for well, I've put it onto Twitch and onto YouTube. Hopefully that doesn't like ding me on Twitch. That would suck. I mean, it might. I don't have a clue. But if it does, I don't like you, Twitch. But I do like you, Twitch. Maybe. I don't know. I'm completely new to the Twitch platform. Never done anything on it. Haven't even watched a video on Twitch. But everyone's like, you should be streaming on Twitch. Okay. I just realized, let's go back to this scene and my little lower third. There you go. Explore more at joshj.vlog. So that is my website. I do prints and articles. It's like a self-hosted Patreon / Gumroad in one / Etsy. I don't know. It's like all of the things in one. And that's where I do everything. And that's all of my stuff and things. And I am yeah, it actually shows that I'm streaming. Cool. Would I be able to meet a couple hours earlier? Maybe. What time? I have so many chats open. OBS. It's minimized apparently. There we go. Okay. So, I want to find a beautiful woman with a mysterious smile and then have a turnaround of her so that I can get the same face from different angles, and I'm going to monsterfy one of those faces. Monsterfy. That's probably not a word. It's a word now. It's my word. So, I have like all of these pose packs. All of these pose packs. Let's see. Tessa Gilded. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. All right. I found the model that I'll be using. If I can get, like, I'm sure this pack has her face from different angles. It does. And if I can get similar lighting. Or a close-up, that would be even better. Or one where her hand is in the frame at that sort of crop. Yeah, you're watching me like browse images that you can't see. You'll see them shortly, I promise. Or you'll see one of them shortly. If you've ever been in a gallery view, while like scrolling very quickly through images, you can see that it's almost like a video. It's kind of funny to see how quickly they're snapping these shots. Like, they're not trying even to they're not even trying to capture the perfect moment. They're just like, I'm gonna take literally thousands of photos with the camera basically just like burning through that memory card as quickly as possible. Yes, son. What? No. Because it's still wet outside. We can't mow when the grass is soaked. my son really wants to mow the lawn because he earns money, and then he can buy V-Bucks. Okay, we'll do this one. So one really cool thing about Apple devices. Actually, let me start recording. There we go. One really cool thing about Apple devices is that you can copy and paste between devices super duper easy. So say I've got this model that I've just copied from my MacBook. I can paste it straight from my MacBook and get that model put right into the canvas. Ta-da! So this is the model I'm going to be using. And yes, I do paste private so that it doesn't screw with the time lapse, because I like time lapse to be clean if possible. But I don't use this to trace anything. So I do pull in my references so that they're right next to where I'm drawing, because I like having that ability. And I think I'm also going to bring her, so this hand, yeah, that hand over there, up onto her shoulder somehow, or like just so it's not interfering with the mirror in any way. But I I like the outfit too, that's why I picked this pack. But I do oh, I know the battery is low and I never found that headphone cable. Okay, on that note, since my headphones are yelling at me, I think I should go ahead and take care of this. So I will be right back. You can see the model that I'm going to be working with. You can see, actually I'm going to lock that as well so I can't draw on that layer on accident. So you can see the model I'll be working with. You've got sort of an idea of the composition, and I'm just going to start sketching whenever we get back, and we'll take it from there. So whenever I get to the reflection in the mirror, I will sort of be working on imagination. Oh, dogs are all right, I'll be back. Alrighty, I am back. I am back with some different headphones. So, broke out the old V-Moda crossfades. I let my son have these, and I was like, "Bro, I need them back because I can't find the cable. Cannot find the cable for my other headphones." I also freshened up my coffee while I was at it. Oh, I've lost a viewer on YouTube. Darn. I'd say YouTube is not happy with me being like, "Yeah, I'm done with YouTube." Okay, so apparently you have to unlock a layer to change its opacity. Noted. All right. And that's why we locked the layer. Noted. All right. So I'm actually gonna lower that opacity even more. I really don't need to see that because I know what it is going to look like. So having that layer open is really just getting in the way more than anything. I haven't done any warm-ups or anything today, so I am probably not going to be happy in any way with what I'm trying. And that's okay. And I'm going to make her eyes a little bit bigger. Like, that is like almost the Disney-esque trademark is make the eyes a little bit bigger. First draft equals warm up. Yeah, that's actually quite true. Ugh. Coffee is awesome. For all of those non-coffee drinkers out there, I don't know how you do it, nor do I want to know how you do it. I like coffee. I don't like how much I depend on coffee to function. That does kind of suck. She actually has sort of a strong, not square jaw. It's actually quite rounded. But yeah. I'll probably be looking at different hairstyles for this character. Nice. Oh, I think my daughter here. My daughter here wants some whipped cream. Thank you, thank you. Bouncing around a lot here. Let's see, do I have that still pulled up? I do. Let's zoom. Okay. I have zoomed in to yeah, dad life is most of my life. I'm also a full-time tattooer. Well, over the summer I tattoo part-time so that I can hang out with my kids for most of the summer. That has its, you know, ups and downs, but for the most part, I thoroughly enjoy that that decision. For the most part, some days I'm like, what have I decided to do here? Like, why would I stay home with my kids all the time? I really don't know. So in the original, it's tilted about like this, which is why her hair falls in this direction. So I'm sort of rethinking how gravity is affecting her hair and pulling it more down instead of having it fall sideways. It's a bit extreme on the part area. There we go. I've got this little fancy Procreate keyboard here that I keep forgetting to use. Sometimes I remember, most of the time I don't. But having those quick actions really makes it fast and easy to edit things in Procreate. I just keep forgetting to use it. Like, how dumb can I be? There we go. Fix some of the issues with the symmetry of her face. Pull that eye up a little. How's that looking? Nope. I want her eyes to be big. What's that one? That looks pretty good. Aha. What is up, Angela? Sort of the last. I am, yeah, as I am incredibly sorry if I say your name incorrectly, but I want to say Kahel. Kahel? Is that yes? But as Kahel says, this is the last one on this channel. If you scroll up a little bit in the chat, I am rebooting, starting a new channel, re-recording some of my older good videos, and like adding new information to my thoughts and thinking. So this is the end for this channel, but not permanently. Yeah, new channel, like starting from scratch. Since I had like a very old YouTube channel, it was getting penalized, I think, because some of the content that I was making was not performing the way I feel like it should have. Like, it wasn't even getting shown to people. And that was frustrating. So I was like, yeah, I'll try starting from scratch. I'm friends with another YouTuber who did something recently exactly the same, and he saw sort of an incredible amount of success from doing that. So I'm sort of following his lead and his advice. We've talked about it a few times in the past, and yeah, I think it's just time to try it, see what happens. Worst case scenario, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't really worth it. I'll just republish all of the content that I unpublished on my channel, and it's a very easily reversible decision. But for now, it's looking like I will not be continuing on this specific channel. I'm not going to delete it. I just won't be going live or posting new videos to it unless the new channel is a complete and utter failure, and then I'll be like, it wasn't worth it. But I think it'll be nice to at least give it a shot and see what happens. All right. So next up, I'm gonna go back to that looking at things while you guys can't see what I'm looking at. So I've got a crazy amount of stuff in GoodNotes. GoodNotes is like my favorite note-taking / reading thing for PDFs. Bye, Namera. Thank you for hopping in. Oh, Angela, I'm also live on Twitch now. Like, I'm multi-streaming, doing crazy fun things. Yeah, it's just me in chat. So I'm talking to people in multiple places and monitoring multiple chats at once. It's trippy and strange. Where was I? GoodNotes. Yeah, pulling up some GoodNotes. And I am looking for some interesting, like, Art Nouveau style frames for the mirror in the background. And I think I have a clever idea on how to I think I have a clever idea on how to make this look more like a mirror. So I have both of my streams chats right next to each other, so I can like monitor the chats at the same time. It's not super difficult. Ooh, let's see. American Rococo. Thank you. Yeah, I really like a lot of so. All right, my brain is not working. Let me. I. I'm always paranoid that I'm like mispronouncing things. Rococo. All right. I was pronouncing it fairly correctly. Rococo art, especially American Rococo art, is very much Art Nouveau inspired, though less symmetrical. It's really interesting. Or maybe 1730s. I guess Art Nouveau is inspired by Rococo. Interesting. Well, they're both beautiful with big flowing pretty lines. So that's what I'm going for with this frame in the background here. So like a Rococo inspired mirror frame with maybe some cracks in the mirror. And then her reflection looking over its shoulder. Which should be down. So if this is the perspective line here, puts our eye level right here actually. So let's put the perspective line there. And I'll have to find a reference image of her head turned to get that angle right. I really want it to read as the same character with slightly different features. That's what I'm really going for. But let's get rid of those perspective lines. Let's erase them gently because I've got a halfway decent undersketch here. But I do want to make sure that I'm doing everything on its own separate layers. So let's get this sketch of her cut, pasted, and then I don't care about I don't care about the cracks in the mirror right now. That's an easy thing to add later. But I do want to get inspiration for a good mirror frame, which is why I have an American Rococo art book pulled up. Let's see what I can find. I think I'll go... There's actually this Amazon book on Amazon, which I don't like buying books from Amazon. I usually go to like Half Price Books or bookshop.org. There's a book that I have on an Amazon wish list just because that's the easiest place to make wish lists. And that is Art Nouveau Architecture and Furniture, I believe. I've got an Art Nouveau jewelry book that was in like public domain. Some gorgeous stuff. Like a lot of it was a little over the top, which is sort of the point, but like so over the top that I can't really use it as inspiration for a lot of stuff. That, on the other hand, I found one that I really like, so let's get a screenshot of that and I will paste it privately into Procreate. So this is just a piece of jewelry, but I really like the top of this, so I'm going to use that as inspiration for crafting the top of this mirror. Drop that opacity on down. And is this a new layer? No. Let's make a new layer. Turn on some drawing assist. Let's go symmetry. Drop it right at the apex of that mirror's curve. And just start sketching in some of this idea for a mirror frame based on yes,
Please tell my mom. Don't forget 3 things: Battle Bus,
the Battle Bus,
Adventure Peely,
Adventure Peely,
and Beast Boy.
and Beast Boy.
2,000 plus 1,200 plus 1,800 equals 5,000. Please.
This is getting really close to making a tangent with the edge of the page, not getting enough of a rest. Like that. Doesn't look the way I want it to. So, looking at this. Maddox, you cannot mow the lawn. What? It's wet. You can't mow the lawn.
Last time it was wet.
You cannot mow the lawn. My son really, really, really wants to mow the lawn. He can't seem to grasp that it's too wet to mow. It's really nice. I am happy with that. Finally. So let's go ahead and turn symmetry back off. Or at least the assisted symmetry off. And just sort of remember that this is the point where I stop getting symmetrical design. A little bit of an artifact there from where I erased will help cement that. And I want to make sure that this is a big oval frame. Ruh-roh. Giant German Shepherd trying to escape the house. Successfully. And again, I know I'm getting sort of a near tangent at the top of the screen here. I will probably end up just completely removing, well, not completely removing. Sorry, my brain still not functioning at 100% today. Oh, that's a nice shade. All right. I'll just shrink everything down a little bit, and that'll get rid of the tangent. So it zooms the camera out just a tad, and lifts it up just a tad, and that'll help me not think. It won't help me think, obviously, because I'm really bad at that. Let's just go ahead and do that. I'll show you what I mean. Show, don't tell. So I'm going to do a uniform, and then just do this. Give everything a little bit of breathing room, and it'll let me show the rest of the frame on this side. Or crap. Alright. Let's keep playing with that crop. I know I changed the whole crop before, so I'm really worried about getting like bad trapped shapes in here. So this will be the edge. No, that won't work either. And problem solving. There. That will be the new composition. I don't even know what that is. Problem solving time. Move it back up a little, actually. I want her face to fall on one of the like thirds, you know. So that'll give me the those are beautiful periods for architecture and fashion. It's interesting. It's interesting that like we've gone from like this certain standard for fashion, even like a lot of it was the same. But from what I understand historically, in terms of fashion, even like lower class people had very durable clothing because they didn't have a lot of clothing. So all of their clothing had to be made to last, in some cases, a lifetime, which is why you see kids like wearing sacks that they can grow into. But yeah, it's really interesting to see how fashion has changed. But yeah, Angela, make sure, like, if you want to, since I'm doing the whole reboot of YouTube, you can. Yeah, now our clothes are practically disposable. But Angela, if you want to follow all of the new adventures, make sure you visit that link. I was explaining earlier that like the plan is to like I'll still stream, but the plan is actually going to be not to stream. Can you give me a few?
Maybe 1 minute.
But the plan is to not keep my streams live on the channels. Oh, sweet. Thank you. But I'm not going to keep the streams live on the new channel. I'm actually going to be deleting the streams as or after I go live, because the main thrust of the new channel is, I don't know. I'll let you decide. And if anyone else is watching right now, I've got 3 people. Should I, on the new channel, should I keep my streams after I stream, or should I make it a special thing for people who show up? Maddox. Oh. My son's trying to hurt himself. Let's see. Kind of like this shape right here.
It's bad.
Ah. Alright, so yeah, that's probably what I'll do then. Like, I just didn't know if that would be good practice or what. Yeah, I have, like, I record all of my streams. They're all saved, like, on my computer and everything. So, like, it wouldn't be hard to upload the things that I want to keep. So I'm glad to hear that, like, that's a thing that would go over okay. Oh, you're just gonna eat salami. I mean, I'll probably... So, I'm re-recording a lot of my old content, starting with the first video that meant so much to me that it really was successful. And I also have some new thoughts on that. So, all right, my kids are being relentless on getting what they want. So I will be right back. Pardon me for just a minute. All right, and we are back. Um, so the really like my first successful video was the power of play. You know, why loving your work matters. So there's a lot of hustle and grind advice out there for artists. Well, for people in general, like that's. I think it's a. I think the hustle culture is a ploy by our rich overlords to literally work us to death so they can get richer, and I don't like that. Like, yes, you can be very successful if you hustle. You can be more successful if you can convince other people to hustle for you. So my thinking on the topic is mostly like, you know, yes, it's good to work hard. I think having a good work ethic is very important whenever it comes to anything in life, honestly. Like, the harder you're willing to work for something, the more success you will have at that thing. But that's no excuse not to have fun with something. Like, I have fun making art, and for me, that's what makes it bearable to work really hard at it. So that's sort of what I want to encourage people to do. Like, not necessarily with art, but if you can find that thing that you enjoy so much that you can spend all day, every day doing it because it doesn't feel like work, and then you actually try hard to do that thing, you'll just like blow up. Not in a bad, you're not going to explode. I hope no spontaneous combustion, but it's a more sustainable way to be a creator, I think. I hope. Ooh, that's a nice shape. I like these happy accident shapes. Thanks, Bob Ross. That's a nice shape. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, the overlords are really doing a fantastic job at getting people to sacrifice their health in favor of better profit margins. Like, I'm sorry, but if you think that the best things in life are the grind, then that's because someone has convinced you of that, not because it's true. Allegedly. I am allegedly your father. You don't look like me. Kiss on the cheek. Make you do. There you go. But yeah, similar to the marketing around, you know, everything. Whoever taught you to hate yourself is probably trying to sell you something. I think the rich overlords are responsible for that too. The hustle culture. That's a nice looking frame. But now this doesn't feel chunky enough. So I am going to fix that. how can I make all of these? Yeah, there we go. That looks chunkier. For anyone who tuned in right whenever I was trying to convince my daughter that she wasn't mine, that's just a running joke in the family with all of my kids. None of them are adopted, but all of them will think they are. Not really. No, I like to mess with my wife and my kids, and it's a whole lot of fun. I say fun, mommy says effed up. Alright, I think I've got a pretty good inspo for... Oh. Where I moved everything in the frame, my drawing guide was actually off. It's right here. Alright. Let's turn assisted back on. That way I can make sure everything is following the right. There we go. Perfect. Those are pretty shapes. All right. So I don't need that anymore. I don't need the assist anymore. Nope. What happened? Don't need the assist anymore. I don't need to see the drawing guide anymore because that's just going to get annoying. Let's flip everything back around. So I don't see anything wrong with the grind per se. I have a problem with how we're taught to grind even on things that we hate, where I think like if you work really 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 hard at something you love, that's fulfilling. Like that feels good. It's like going to the gym. Well, a lot of people don't like going to the gym, especially at first, but eventually when you start feeling better, it feels good to go to the gym. So finding something that you really love, or developing a love for something, because that's another misconception, is that you have to find what you love first and then work hard at it. I think your focus should be like trying as many things as you can until you find something that you enjoy working hard on. Because if you enjoy working hard at a thing, you're going to get better at that thing a little bit faster than other people, or faster than the other things that you've tried maybe. And once you see some success, you start to experience joy. Exactly. So progress creates joy, if that makes sense. Like, we tend to enjoy the things we're good at, but we have to be good at those things first. So if you can find a thing that you enjoy getting better at. Yeah. like it starts to create a positive feedback loop, um, so that you actually eventually become literally addicted to that thing that you love to do, because the peak human experience is the flow state. And if you can dip into flow doing something that you really love, like i've I have let hours and hours and hours pass doing things that I love to do, just because I didn't realize it was taking up that much of my bandwidth. And totally worth it. Totally worth it. What layer am I trying to draw on? Where? There it is. I was on the right layer. Why isn't it erasing? Wait. I don't need you anymore. Ah, there you are. Oh, there's a shortcut that I need to remember. Oh no, what is that shortcut? Because it was such a cool shortcut. No. No, that's the opacity. Aha. All right. So this is a really cool shortcut. Sweet. So if you can set it up, but if you hit the button, the command button over here, and then tap on a thing, it'll let you select the layer that that thing is on. Yes. All right. That is a shortcut that I have set up in my settings, so it's not a default shortcut. Oh, here we go. So now that I've got her sketched in pretty good, well, except for her lower body, since I resized everything, she's sketched in pretty good. I want to try finding a good photo of her with her head turned. Especially if I can get her with her head turned looking at the camera. That would be really cool. Head turned looking at camera. No, that is not her head turned looking at the camera, but you know, I really want it turned looking at the camera. Like, I need really a profile shot of her head, because at the angle looking over her shoulder there, we wouldn't even get like a 3/4. That might work. Sorry, I'm just looking at a bunch of different photos of this girl, trying to find one that will work well. Actually kind of like the glow. I don't know. Worst case scenario is I get her head in a profile, and then I go and take some selfies to get the eye. Yeah, singular eye. One eye. The subject. Paste private. So I'm not worried about like the anatomy of her neck or anything. I just want her head and profile right there. Well, thank you, Angela, for hopping in. I appreciate you stopping in. Take it easy. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I hope the new channel goes well too. And if not, I mean, I'll be back on this one. I'll be jumping around the YouTubes until the YouTubes is like, yeah, whatever. Oh. Invert selection and just start erasing. Yep, this is all I need. It's her head in profile. Oh no, I've already got a new layer for her. Right there. Oh, hello, Miss Jinx. Oh, Jinxie kitty. Got my Jinxie kitty. Oosh. And again, I totally could have used the shortcut.
That's it. You're never going to. Yeah. We're outside whenever I can.
So the way the neck would twist, we would get her.
No, no way.
Nestoid would go around like that. So that's where the
I got a heart.
sort of fold in her neck would overlap stuff. Be like hiding in there somewhere. So now we get to look at some anatomical differences between genders. So women's foreheads tend to be more forward, less sloped. What can I help you with? I don't understand. What can I help you with? Stop messing with my mouse. Ah. All right. I have two children on me at once right now. So what I drew here is like the muzzle right here, but the cheekbones follow basically a mirror path to the muzzle. So understanding that in profile helps place the nose and where the nose will meet the eye. This is right straight back. Okay, my kids are getting into everything, so I will be right back again. Gotta handle a situation. Oh yeah. All right. All right. Thanks for being patient. I have returned.
You're not giving your real princess time.
I'm not giving my princess time. Bring it here and I will give my princess
But
time.
I can't. It's charging.
Unplug it and bring it here. It shouldn't be dead. I had it charging.
Just go over there. Hey, just go over there.
Okay. Sorry. Interruptions throw me off. I apologize. So, anatomical differences. Male and female. Women have higher, more forward foreheads. Alright. Her jawbone is actually going in. And I screwed that up here. Alright, there we go. Eyebrow, hairline. Go from her eyebrow to her hairline. It is a short third. Then we get. Why are you screaming at me? I'm not getting up. If you want more time, bring your iPad over here. I'll be right back. Again. All right, let's try this again. Oh, all right. I'm back. Let's try this again. So we've got the eyebrow coming up and going in like so. This is my favorite rhythm on the face, from the eyebrow to the eye, the corner of the eye. We get a little bit of that action.
I want this been washed.
Yes, that has been washed. I just gave you a cup. What are you doing? Go get the cup you had. I'm not giving you a new cup.
Wait.
Oh my goodness. Kids are gonna make it as difficult as possible to
I
stream today.
don't want that.
That's okay. That's okay.
I only want point and flip.
So,
So give me a clink.
this leg will stop right there. This leg goes right there. Just trying to build the silhouette first because her head is tilted, and that tilt is really. No, I'm not giving you the.
I want point.
Why are you being so grouchy?
Wait.
Grouchy girl. Okay. Kids. Head turned, shoulder coming in front of sternocleidomastoid. Sternocleidomastoid coming in front of the underside of like this wedge shape on the underside of the neck, throat area. So we get 2 overlaps here. This one would be like, they would both be very subtle. Honestly, I think her face looks a little too big in the mirror. This would be smaller and in perspective. There we go. I can get rid of all of the measurement marks here. So we get sort of a sinister grin in the reflection. So, thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Sir? I'm assuming sir. Artec. Are you you're in the Discord? Yes? I think we've had a discussion on here already. So the next big thing for this portrait here is making her look monsterish. Yeah. That'll make her look monsterish if I just butcher her face. Alright, everything I just did made things worse. It's what's that? Still not great, but better than butchered. So, cute Disney princess with a lazy eye. There we go. Cute Disney princess, monster in the mirror. I had an idea of how to make this look more like a reflection. Which was, well, let's see. I'm just gonna merge everything. The underdrawing anymore, so this is everything. That's everything. Let's get rid of some of this drawing. Yeah, that's good. Let's see the underside of the chin a little. Don't need a center line because the center line is pretty well established. Don't need that rhythm. Like big eyes do make them look more friendly. Then characters look more friendly usually. But shape design has a lot to do with it too, so if I keep everything angular on this reflection, I'm hoping that will communicate that this is a more aggressive character than she originally, or more aggressive than she seems. There it is. That's what was missing. Well, not missing, that was what was incorrect. So if I'm careful with it, I can make her eyes bigger, but still have her be an aggressive character. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ah. Some sharper features. How should I make her monsterish? That's a good question. So, my initial thinking was to lock that layer so that I can't draw it. My initial thinking was, you know, give her, like, I want to keep her features close enough to the same that you're like, oh, that is the same person. It's just the dark and evil version of that person. So if I just doesn't look right. All right. So no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a selfie to see how the eyelid changes shape when looking over the shoulder directly at the camera. Yeah, so I spent so long hunting for references that I didn't really explain that for the most part, I am almost always my own reference for at least a huge chunk of a composition, whether it's a female character or not. Now I don't dress up. I know some illustrators and especially like art directors are like the combo crews like that. So the people who are like art director and illustrator, they will often have a wardrobe of things that they use to dress up for the characters that they are painting. I don't go that far. I do have good lighting, and I set up lighting for whatever I need pretty often. But I don't dress up as my characters. So already this design is way better than the original that I am basing it off of, which let me see if I can find the original. I have removed it almost everywhere online. Oh, actually no, it's still on Kara, I believe. So this was like the first or second digital painting where I was like, oh yeah, I could really like do something with this. Which is kind of funny because I had a lot of early success in terms of like pulling stuff off. Sort of. Like I achieved color harmony in ways that I didn't really expect to. And in hindsight, this one is actually not that great. But at the time, it felt like a freaking masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece. And I see things now that I would change, which is why I'm redoing the whole freaking thing. No, I don't want to paste it. Let's do it private. So, this is the original, back in 2023. And it's okay-ish. Like, it's not horrible. It's a little too closely cropped. I didn't have a solid grasp on what it was that I was trying to accomplish. It's not believable as a reflection, but I was like, yeah, this is fun. This is something I could like do. No, I don't like it now that I look at it. 2.5 years later, probably almost 3 years, possibly. We'll see. So this time, all right, let me talk about the things I like about it. I like how well I rendered the skin, even though I used a colorized layer and then like glazed a bunch of things over and over and over again. I'm probably going to glaze a bunch of things on this one as well. The hair is not well designed at all. The facial features I like, but they were imagined. Like, those aren't real facial features from a real person. I'm using an actual model this time, so I'm happy about using an actual model to get some real facial features and have the monster in the mirror be more like the model, because it's the same model for both. I'm just going to monsterify one of them. Other things, I do wish that I had brought a hand into this, which I still might try to find a good pose for her hand. Or again, I'll be my own model and like assume the part of the pose that you can see here, and then see how I could bring my hand into the frame in a way that doesn't screw with the background. So I don't want the hand in the frame because of the way she's faced away from the mirror. I do want her hand in the frame of the mirror, sorry. I don't want her hand in the frame of the mirror. Sorry, I just really wanted to do that. Here we go. I do want her hand to be somewhere in the foreground of the image though, so like maybe a hand on her chest, like here, or reaching across, hand resting here, maybe. So let's see, her arms going down. You know, her hand would be like right under her breasts, or going across her body somehow. So I'll think about that. I'll try and figure out where I can put the hand, where it actually makes sense. Let's see, what else am I redoing from this old illustration? I don't want her to look like a lizard person. The skin change, the texture and color. Like if I made her more green, sickly looking, that could be a good way to imply that she is a monster in the mirror. But keep the features the same. I don't know. Overall, I like this composition better. I'm much happier with it. It has more room to breathe. It's just sort of crammed into this space on the old one. I do want to show some environment in the mirror, so that's an opportunity to do something interesting and fun with this. Like, what do we see in this environment that makes it believable? I don't know. Is this a bedroom? Is this, like, where is she? So these are all things that I can play with and figure out what to do with them. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where this piece goes. So if you want to see where this piece goes, make sure you follow me on either Twitch or the new YouTube channel. So the new YouTube channel is pasted way up there in the comments somewhere, or the chat. This will be the very last stream on this channel, unless things on the new channel just for some reason don't work out. And that's okay too. But yeah, I think it's time for me to go get myself some lunch and feed the childrens. So I'll go feed the kids and have another halfway decent day and take it from there. Yeah, everyone, thank you all so much for tuning in. Actually got a halfway decent amount of views on this last ever YouTube stream on this channel. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Thank you to everyone who has followed me on YouTube thus far, and I'm not going away. I'm just making a new channel, so make sure you follow me there, and we'll see what I can do with the new platform without being dinged by the ever-present algorithm. Yeah, fun times. So yeah, take it easy, everybody. Thank you again for joining in, and until next time, keep drawing, painting, writing, singing, or dancing, Martin. We'll talk soon. Next Tuesday, probably on the new channel. Actually, I don't know. It's probably going to be August before I start streaming on the new channel. But videos on the new channel also will not be stored. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit exclusive with how that works. So if you're not able to join on the stream, might not be able to catch it. Only if it's a really good stream and I'm like, holy crap, there was a lot of good material in there. In that case, I will list it as a live replay. Like, you'll be able to replay it. But for the most part, yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep it for people who are able to join in and have a conversation with me. Fixing this. I don't like it. I like that more. There we go. Yeah. Take it easy, everyone. I will talk at you next week. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, and see you sometime. Awesome, man. I hope to see you on the next Tuesday live stream, whenever that may be. Yeah, I'm excited for this piece. I'm really excited for it. I really need to go. I'm rambling now. I am done. I am ending this stream. Later.